Welcome to Quick Poker, everybody. I'm Frank Carlino. You're never going to believe what happened on this hand of Texas Hold'em. Let's get right into it. In the small blind with ace-5 suited, we have this player over here makes a little weak limp. So that obviously entices me to limp in. I don't raise for some reason, probably because I'm out of position. And we have the big blind, who also thinks this is weak, raises it up big. So makes it 5 big blinds. Ace-5 offsuit, I'll probably fold, especially out of position. Ace-5 suited, I can't help myself. Plus, I never played with this player before. I felt like he was a little bit weak based on how he was playing, so I'm going to take the flop. All right, 8-5-4. What does that mean? That means it heavily favors my range. However, if this player is very weak, he's not going to care that it favors my range. He's not going to care what I might have. He's probably going to stack off if he has an overpair. He did make it, 5 big blinds. Pre-flop, that might mean overpair, but he also made it 5 big blinds because we both look weak, especially with the button limp and my limp in the small blind. So maybe he just has ace-jack, ace-queen, ace-king, king-queen type of hand. So we don't really know yet, but we're going to look at his bet sizing. The check to him, and he goes with the bet of half pot, 55 cents. What does that mean? It probably means his range is probably still pretty wide. I think I could take out pocket eights, maybe not pocket fours, but I could take away pocket eights right now because I don't think he'd see bet that. Because a weaker player is probably always going to check back when they nail the flop, which is correct sometimes, but not in all situations. So I think my 5 is live and my ace is live if I catch that on the turn. And there are so many cards that are good for my range. I mean, this board is so coordinated. He's got to be afraid. I'm nailing this flop. A 4-liner is probably going to come in on the turn, so he's got to be scared of that. So I'm definitely going to call that. And the 2. All right, the 2 is not the best card, but I'm actually going to lead. So I lead because I'm just going to start bluffing now. I don't remember specifically what I was thinking in game, but I don't if he has nothing, I want to be able to charge him for flush draws, and I also want to set up a bluff. I mean, I think my bluff would make more sense on the river if I'm betting since the turn. So that might have been what I was thinking. This hand was like 3 days ago, but you'll see what happens. I actually go for the unorthodox lead after check calling. He goes for the call. All right, now the 7 comes. Okay. So, all right, once the 7 comes, I'm saying that favors the shit out of my range. I got to turn my hand to a bluff. I jam. I mean, he has to fold, okay? You don't have a 6. I mean, he could have ace-3. I guess I wasn't thinking at the time, but he could have ace-3 to probably call, but maybe even lay down ace-3 because, I could have a 6. So at this point, I don't think my 5 is good enough, but if his hand is 2 diamonds and high cards, I'm winning anyway. And if his hand is an overpair or even like something like ace-8 or 8-9, he has to fold here. So I'm going to turn my hand into a bluff, actually, and just jam. So I jam for his last 762, and I'm sitting here and be like, I'm praying for a fold. He calls, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm done. I got caught bluffing. I guess he just didn't want to lay down the overpair. But look, he mucks. You don't ever see his cards on Global when you have the best hand. So I accidentally get max value with third pair. 6 beats me. Ace-3 beats me. Overpair beats me. If he had pocket 6s, a 7 just gave him the straight. An 8 beats me. What did he call with? So, yeah, accidental max value. I mean, so tell me what he called with. Let me know in the comments. I mean, the only thing that kind of makes sense is he has ace-4 of diamonds. And he got so frustrated that he just kind of snap called because maybe he thought I was bluffing with a flush draw because of my unorthodox lead on the turn. But really relieved to see that I won. So big pot, stacked him there, got his $10, and wow. So let me know what you think he had. I think the best guess is ace-4 of diamonds.